excuse me. Pardon me. I had an entire coughing fit a moment ago, so now I'm recovering from it. I'll probably be clearing my throat for the next 10 minutes. It's quite annoying, actually. Pardon me while I blow my nose. Oh, I don't know if Trisha and Jessica Jennifer are here. They may have popped out, but thank you for those wishes. I'll be okay. I've had a rough couple of years at my health, but it's okay. My doctor says I push myself too hard. I don't notice I do it. It's just natural. And keep getting these bacterial infections. I'm incredibly susceptible to them. And it really messed up my system, especially my hormones. I don't know how that worked out, but I ended up hemorrhaging for 2 weeks. At first, not so bad, just the showing, as they say, in womanhood. Only a woman would know what that meant. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Icky. I know, me too. I say icky too whenever I think about bacteria. And I'm so like, very fun. I don't touch anything. Like, if I need to open a door, I'll use my sleeve or my bottom of my scrubs or something. I won't touch anything. I'm so like fussy about touching my face or my mouth or my eyes with my hands. I keep baby wipes always in my car. I mean, I'm just really. So I struggle to find out where I got E. coli from. I sat in the past week. I was obviously couldn't do anything. I couldn't go to work. I couldn't walk around. I was just, and I stressed over it. Where did I get E. coli at such a high level? And then it dawned on me. I had a bag of apples in my car. Now they were prepackaged, but when they're prepackaged, I leave in my car for a snack. Hey, Snoopy Snoop, and I wonder if it was the apples. Hi, Kyle. Because everything I ate I eat very little anyway, but everything I ate the weeks running up to were sort of prepackaged things, simple things. Because I come home from work, I'm not cooking for myself, and that's the thing I can think of. And the reason I stayed sick this long because I kept eating the apples. That's all I wanted to eat were the apples. It just goes to show you. And I ate the apple, and then I ended up in the hospital yesterday. Those damn apples. Hi, Mojo, beautiful. How are you? I know you never catch me live because you're so busy over there at Mark's. Snoop is going on a vacay of sorts. Hi, Renee. Snoop, but I'm not going to give the secret away, but she's packing all the animals up Nuckney Mountain. That's an entire zoo. She had to literally build an ark for all the animals to fit in for her vacation time. It's not really vacation, but I don't want to say what it is. Anyway, she showed me all these fabulous contraptions she's going to bring the animals in, and I it's so like, what's the word? So like futuristic looking in the photograph she sent me, and it's so funny. And she's very much like, I call her, in a tag. She's Deborella to me because she's like Cinderella. Cinderella had all the little woodland animals as her friends, and that's how I see her in my mind. She's so kind, and she's so she's like a guy. She is handy. She can build shit. Yeah, she was putting together oh my gosh, what is it? A golf cart? I'm like, I have to hire somebody to change my light bulb because I have vertigo. And she's putting together a golf cart. Mind blown. Oh, can I tell? Okay, she is actually going to Leslie Jordan's memorial service because her and her partner, well, her partner was childhood friends and went to school with him, and they are partners, and Snoop became very close to him. So it was so sad, and having been texting her since he passed away, It's so weird. I'll be texting her, and I was sitting in the urgent care before I went to the hospital. And as I was texting her, he came up on the screen in the waiting room. And then my name was called. So it was like, oh, I see Leslie Jordan everywhere. God love him. He was a good sport. You didn't realize that E. coli can not only give you food poisoning, but you can also get pneumonia. I know that I had the UTI as well. And over the summer, I had pneumonia because my incision for my surgery scar had just never healed, and it was always getting infected. It's been a bad 2 years, but I'm not a person that gives up on things. You know, I got to keep plodding on, and I also hate not going to work as much as I complain about work. When I get up in the morning, I get very excited. I'm like, woohoo, get in the car, I start work. I think it's because it's part of your routine, and you like to start your day with the same people that you like at work. You know what I mean? Hey, Sherry Jackson. I am because I'm finally smoking a little weed now. I've been so sick all week. And the thing is, with me, if I'm not feeling well, I'll still keep going until I realize something is very wrong. I will go to work in pain. I will push myself and push myself. Because my doctor always says, body in motion, keep moving, keep moving. Yeah, with cranberry, because it's hard to get real cranberry juice and it's so strong. But even the cranberry cocktail's got a lot of calories in it because it's so filled with sugar. Yeah, but so is everybody else. Jessica, Jennifer, oh my gosh. We have a lot of people here that are disabled. And I am so lucky I'm able to go to work. Uh-oh, that's very naughty. We do not want porn here. This is not the place or the time. Hi, Tater. It's good to see you. I don't know what all the fuss was about with you because you're fab. And where that came from. Girl, S69. So I was chilling on the couch today, and I was, scrolling around seeing who's live, and I noticed that Jake is live, and he's having this. I'm assuming it was live. I didn't feel like it was he was doing commentary. So it sounded like a fight between him and Poon, where of course Jake is shaming Poon for his battles with drug addiction and his mistakes. Now, you guys, I don't know a lot about recovering drug addicts. Only reason I say this because my sister was obviously, I've mentioned this before, but I do know the basics, and I do know that if you were in recovery, and I think he's been in recovery. Did he say a year or 2 years? That's really good. Why would you? Why would you fuck with somebody's recovery like that? I mean, why would you do that? I mean, in Poon's defense, and listen, let's be honest, Poon hates my guts. But in Poon's defense in this situation is he's tried really hard with this sobriety thing. And I'm getting to realize there's something in it, that it's absolutely possible to recover. Whereas I was very down on the whole thing because of my sister and her being dead and my brother being dead for all the same reasons. So good for him that he's succeeding in his recovery. But why does Jake, dude, why do you go so low, dude? Why is everybody fair game? I don't get that. Like, if you don't like a group of people, you just don't watch them. Now, you see with G Mango's group, they're a happy group of people. Well, happy-ish, you know what I mean? They like going there. He's like the grandfather there. Not the grandfather, the godfather-ish in their eyes. What are you going to shit on that for? Because you don't like it? Because you're against it? Yeah, it's clicky, but that's their thing. And if that's the way they want to do it, that's the way they want to do it. You don't need some. guy like you coming around dictating to them how they're supposed to behave. That's just their gig. This is what I've learned in YouTube land. There was a time. There's no shame in the game. I right. And Poon was saying, God love him. Poon was saying, you can't shame me over something that happened, 2 years ago when my life was a mess. He's 100% correct. He's paid his dues. He's trying to do the right thing. I was I was really surprised, and that's why I put on the screen. Yeah, Team Poon, Team Poon. Yeah, he's an emotional guy, and yeah, he laid it bare. He was pretty raw with his experiences. He said, what he was going through. He had the addiction to meth. I'm never going to make fun of that. Absolutely not. Because if you have the courage to say that, that's really hard. Hey, Mad Max, I think I saw your tweet too. So congratulations. But this is the first time I really felt that Poon was 100% right. And just and Jake is just getting, I really used to like Jake, but he's just getting so low. Just so low. Like, I don't get it. First you call Poon's kids retards, and then, like, I don't get it. Called my daughter retard. Come on, dude. You can do better. And before you say, oh, well, that's your opinion just because you think so. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure the majority think so. I don't think it's just me. You know? Again, just YouTube. There's no reason to go that low. He doesn't affect your life in the least. That his deepest and most devastating act was not only being a meth addict, that he also turned his girlfriend, girlfriend into one, essentially robbing their child. Right, he did say that. That really, ooh, that, I felt that when he said that. And I could hear him crying. And that was, I think that was a pre recorded, but you could hear the emotion. It was real. Somebody said it was terrible acting. No, he was sobbing. God love him. You go, Poon. That the kitties went, but oh, the litter boxes. Oh, I know. It looks so futuristic. He's gonna be one of those elderly people that nobody goes to. I think he's that now, Jessica Jennifer. Let's be honest. I mean, he's always alone, and we don't see any part of his life. Not on Twitter, not on anywhere. We don't see pictures. We don't see news. We see nothing. Poon put his heart out on his right. Absolutely. I'm so glad somebody gets it. Hey, Mr. T, you should come on up. Oh, you're live? And this is a whole turnaround for me personally, because I was a total mess when I came out into YouTube. And I got to be very honest. I'm sure everybody's heard it. I'm sure Mad Max heard it. I wasn't very sympathetic. My sister had just died in 2012, and I wasn't very sympathetic to anyone struggling with substance abuse because I was so bitter and angry at my sister. um, but now I get it. Like, I totally get it now. I mean, the girl. Yeah, we should come up and talk. I got questions. On a brighter side of that, meth heads don't get old. What do you mean they don't get old? What does that even mean? Oh, you watching the football? Oh, cool. Boondoggins. I remember that name. You were kind of, yes. Oh, Mad Max. I was brutal. I was so angry and bitter about it because my brother died the same way, except for my brother died in prison over drugs. He was making them, and I don't really know what he was making, but he was making them and obviously selling them. And then he ended up in jail, and then he died in jail. I'm like, I can't even, like, I couldn't wrap my head around it, Mad Max. So we didn't understand it. So thank you for understanding. I totally get it now. You just, even if you don't, I had to think of it like this. Do you know how hard it is to lose weight? And you know how hard it is to quit smoking? Substance abuse is probably 10 times worse than if you had both of those together and you had to give up both of them. It's hard. It's such a mind fuck, because then you have to get down to, who you really are and why you did the drugs, and you have to face all these demons, and then you have to go through the stages and the steps, and then you have to go to therapy, and it is just, hi, Hens Incorporated. There you go. OG Hens. But I'm not gonna send a message to Poon, because obviously he absolutely despises me. But if anyone wants to get a message to him, I just want to say, you know what? This is pretty awesome, Poon. Well done. Well done. That took balls. It took guts. It took courage for him to open up and say that out loud. That is pretty awesome. And I feel the same way about Duke. Duke is a little similar to that situation. He's also recovering substance abuse there too. So, and he's done quite well. It's just sad that he has to go through another struggle, which is his cancer diagnosis. It's so sad. Should I put the link in just in case somebody pops in and says, hey, I know that absolutely everybody is live. I mean, everybody is live. And I always go live at the wrong times. But I figured, I was feeling okay to have a little weed and to talk, because I've been trapped in the house all week. And just literally was not even feeling well enough to go live. I'm smoking a little homegrown, not from my home, but from somebody else's home, grown at their home. Very nice. At the Halloween party, I don't know if I mentioned in the last stream, but I had a Halloween party, and there was a friend of my daughter's who was dressed up in the 70s theme, and he was leaving weed all over the house. Like, after we even put the decorations away, and then a week later we were still finding like pre-rolls, and I have this jar. This is somebody just left a whole jar of weed, and it's just so funny. It was all over. It was inside all the mouths of the rats and the bats and the all the decorations. Is he? Pardon me. Yeah, well, yes. Yeah, we had it at her house, yeah. We usually have one every year, and it's usually a family party. And that is the story. As for Jake, I don't know what's happening to him. Maybe I just didn't notice it because, I don't watch as much as I can. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he was really just a shit, and I just didn't recognize it because he made me laugh, and we always had fun when we did our streams together. I totally, totally miss that. Totally miss that, Jake. We used to laugh on stream. I'd poke fun of him. He'd poke fun of me. I miss that. But I don't know what it is. Jake just likes to push people away. I don't recall doing anything to him to make him do that. Although he has said, pardon me, he has said that apparently hold him up to a different standard. And yeah, I do. I think because I really liked him more personal in a personal way, not in a romantic way, but in a more personal way. Because, our little uh, DMs and things like that were, they were always nice and pleasant. Maybe I did, but I didn't do it. Obviously, it was definitely subconsciously. I didn't even notice I was doing it. And he brought it to my attention. Okay. And I get it. And I did apologize. And I said I would try to do better, which you should for all sorts of friends. But he just attacked me with Barbie, and it really threw me off. And ever since then, you know, and I'm not whining about it, but I'm not as cold as people think. Otherwise, if I was, I wouldn't think anything of it. But at the end of the day, like I said, I miss him because we had fun together. And who wouldn't miss fun? I think after you left, he did start reading comments and asked, "What the F were you doing in his chat?" Oh, well, he knew I was there because he put all my comments on the screen. Well, he's such a baby. I wish he'd grow up, for crying out loud. It's like he burns his bridges with everybody. You know, starts a good relationship with somebody or good banter with somebody on a live stream, and then he blows it. And I don't know why. I guess some people generally like to sabotage their relationships. Maybe they don't get a thrill out of that. I don't know. Penelope. She's got way too many names. Mad Max. Jessica Jennifer. That's a lot. That is a lot. Excuse me. Excuse me. So that's the story. And I feel bad for Kyle because I have been sick all week. And honestly, I was so sick the night of the party that I had to just sit in a seat the whole night. Even when they were doing pass and parcel, I couldn't stand up. I had to keep sitting because I was already sick. I'd already got the results of my blood test, which said I had a bacterial, and I already wasn't feeling well. On the run up to the party, I hung in there, and then the next day I had to address all the trick or treaters, which again, absolutely love. Every year, I love the costumes. I mean, they're genius. The costumes were fabulous this year. And there's this whole thing going on. There's this 30 something neighbors, and they're all fabulous, and they all do these great things on their front porches. One cooks hot cider right there at the end of the driveway for the trick or treaters, and it's a very personalized situation. And of course, we're up there drinking wine and smoking weed, and my daughter's got all the speakers, the professional speakers out on the deck, and playing all like Thriller and all the flashing lights, all the strobe lights going crazy. God forbid somebody walks by with epilepsy. It's all over right on her front lawn. Anyway, ever since then, I just feel so bad. I have let that poor boy down so many times. And I'm sorry, Kyle. It's just been a bad time for my health. I'm still alive, Gypsy. I don't know how. I don't know why. Maybe it's to torture everybody on YouTube. Right? Because they're so used to things going bad, they want to beat you to the that's right. It's very psychological. It's very, yes. Yes, Mad Max. I have heard that before. They want to protect themselves. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting, but also disappointing because I don't care what anybody says. I am human and a lot of you are too, and you bond with people. You form friendships that feel real and natural and, not phony. So, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, I got to take him off my Christmas list, I suppose. This all started when Boris came into the picture. Very strange. Very, very strange. You know what it is, Gypsy? I have been resting all week. All week. I am so bored of resting. I wanted to go to work today. And I will say I did a couple of things at work this morning, but I just couldn't. I was just too sick. But lying around is just, it's not for me. I have fear of missing out, FOMO. I can't just sit around. I cannot be idle. And I was. And the reason I was sick this long is I didn't take care of myself. I ate those damn apples without even thinking that those are the reason I was so sick and continued to be sick and didn't get better even with the medication because I kept eating the apples. I kept recontaminating myself. I don't know if that's the truth. I'm just throwing it out there. I really don't know how I got sick. I've been racking my brain saying, oh, did I go and, when I was over at the beach, did I use the fountain drinks machine? Not the fountain. What do you call it? When you go in the gas station and you like the fizzy drinks in the cup with the ice? That. Because they had an E. coli warning, a boil water warning in that town, and I did use the gas station ice machine, because, they're fairly reliable. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Who the hell knows? I could be so far off base. It's so irrelevant. I'm not really on my deathbed, but I am a big baby. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I know, because you know what, Sherry's accent, you think of like 1,000 trillion things you need to do when you're lying. Then you start to get up and you're like, oh, nope, cannot stand up today. But you're thinking, oh my God, oh, if only I can get up. I've been like that all week. It's been awful. Like, I'm stupid because I went to work early this morning just to do two little things that lasted like half an hour. I just like, nope, I have to go lie down. No, I'm smoking weed. I'm a little stoned. I'm sorry. It's the first thing that goes. I don't know if that's a me thing or if that's a thing in general where you get all congested when you're stoned. But it tends to happen when I smoke. I am feeling a bit better. Only because I'm stoned. I doubt if I wasn't stoned. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm ready to fight. Oh my goodness, I forget the best part. So I forget the best part. So I was telling earlier, of course, nobody wants to hear this, but I thought I was going through the menopause, so I've been bleeding for 2 weeks. So the medication they needed to give me was some sort of hormone, and the pharmacy wouldn't give it to me, wouldn't prescribe it for me. Yeah, the system wouldn't, and the pharmacist couldn't override it because it didn't. I guess it didn't make sense that a doctor would prescribe a menopausal woman birth control. So I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the medication. It's crazy. So that all that happening at once. So I was like dead to the world all week. But I'm sitting up right now, which makes a change. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. I'd like to get a good fight in since I have been bleeding for 2 weeks. Um, I guess unofficially would be a period, wouldn't it? So that would make me a total bitch. So this is the best time for me to start fighting with somebody. So pick somebody out and I'll pull them in. Who should we fight with? I haven't seen Lisa Lynn. It's like she's missing in action yet again. Elderberry syrup is great, and you can get it anywhere. Okay. Hey, Barbara. Such a pretty name. Just chilling. Trying to see who I can pick a fight with. Maybe Jake will come in. That'll be an easy target. I am drinking a little. Again, this is so weird because I don't. Very rarely do I drink a canned beer. Somebody just said fight with Boris. Boris, where are you? Let's have a fight. I am drinking a Corona Extra out of a can from the same gas station. I felt it was such a hot day. I've just weird. I had a craving for one beer, and there I am. I've drunk not very much of it yet, but it is very refreshing. Lisa has COVID? No. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, holy cow. She wasn't vaccinated? Because if you're vaccinated, you don't get as sick as you could. But being that she is a smoker. Oh, poor Lisa. Gosh. Okay. Poor thing. Nobody wants to talk to me. That's because everybody else is live, is that right? I know I repeat myself. It's the short term memory loss. Boris doesn't come around here anymore. Yeah, he was getting a lot of flack for it. There she is. There's Sailor in all her glory. I like her. I don't. There was all this fighting earlier. Like, was it over the summer or is it a few months? Yeah, it was a few months ago. All this fighting about this girl. First she came on, everybody liked her. Next thing you know, they're all like terrorizing her and get out of our community and like what the hell? Like a witch hunt. It was absolutely crazy. And then all along she's just a nice girl. Always we were on the panel together, chit chatting, easy to talk to, very smart, good sense of humor. What's wrong with that? I mean, you can't go wrong with those things, right? So I think what it is, I think is they're like the lemmings sometimes, they just all run off the cliff with each other and just follow. Because sometimes it doesn't make sense. That's why I'd like to talk to Mark, and say like, why are you making so many enemies? I know we've all had our moments, and our moments is when we get the most attention. If you get my drift, when we're fighting or we're having a meltdown. Those are the times. It's okay. We've all done it. We've all been through it. Oh, geez, about that video last night. We need to talk. Roy, when needs to come up and talk? Are you afraid to come on panel? Some people are because I'm not well liked. You know, only a few get me. Hit me up. You're not afraid. No, I like a girl that can hold her own. Barbie, in particular, is amazing with that. I love it. She's a one woman show. She doesn't need anybody backing her up. I love that attitude. That's the best. That's power. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I'm also having a little bit of watermelon. I'm just craving the weirdest stuff because I've been bleeding for 2 weeks. I hardly ate. There it is, honey. It's right there. Oh, you are authentic. No porn bombing.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Have you been keeping up with the Poon and the Jake thing that
I
just happened today?
Is that
Is
me or
that
my
me or my? I think it's me. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm trying to find my speakers to turn them off. Where are they? What the hell are the speakers? Oh, here they are. Okay. Okay. That should be better. Is that better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
I went over there, I saw kind of what was going on, dropped in and out, in and out. But it's very confusing. It just seems like the guy had some past issues and he's changed or not changed. I'm not exactly sure what he's accusing Jake of. What did he accuse Jake of?
I don't know. I was going to ask you because he's going to the police. And I'm like, what did Jake do to make him want to go to the police? Does he feel unsafe or like, what happened there?
Yeah. And like from my understanding, he's accusing him of something that Jake is denying. And Jake
Which is porn bombing him with CP.
Okay, because I had thought by the tone of the conversation, but I wasn't for sure. Yeah, I would say just if that's really happening and you have nothing to hide or anybody on the internet, you will have to probably forfeit your. Well, I don't really know how it works in New Zealand because normally it just.
So you think that he's so you think he's going to the police with the CP claim?
I mean, that's what it looked like. Honestly, that's what it
Okay.
was leading to.
That makes sense. Yeah, and I would too. I mean, if did he really like? I'm so disappointed if he did that.
I
So
don't.
disappointed.
Honestly, I'll be real. I don't think he did that. I don't know because we've only recently just began a friendship type thing in the side chats. But yeah, I don't know him enough to know whether or not he would do that. And I just don't believe that he would. I think that there are some people online that have been accused of that. And like 9 times out of 10, no one comes up with any proof. And it's thrown around so much. That word, the P, word, that's thrown so much.
Yeah.
It's like it has to be there's something going on with our like culture as people where it's
Yeah.
easily tossed out of one's mouth.
Crazy. But this is the thing. He is famous for porn bombing. So that's a definite. And he has admitted to porn bombing. Right?
Yeah, he has admitted to porn bombing before. I know he has done that, but he always said when I asked him about it, he would never cross any lines because everybody wonders that with porn bombers, right?
He's just like, I don't know. He's so untouchable wherever he is. That's why I keep thinking he might be in prison because he doesn't show any aspect of his life, his home, his surroundings, his country, nothing.
Are people allowed to stream from prison?
Well, they're allowed to have, well, when you're higher ranking, I suppose, in the prison system, you're allowed to have computers and things like that. Yeah. Let's go online, sure.
That's wild. I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe it's different in New Zealand. Who knows? But I just found it odd that he shows zero, absolutely zero of his life. Not a coffee cup in the morning, not a window open, not a bird on a tree. Absolutely fuck all.
Well, I
You
have
know?
a lot of people online actually get less and less. Where's my dog? Hold on, my dog's getting in the room. Come here, buddy. Less and less want to show social media, like giving less. And I get it to an
Well, he
extent.
gives none. None. Not less, none. He gives
Oh,
none.
so
At all. And it's odd because everybody has a little bit of I want to show what's going on, blah blah blah. Not walking down the street. He doesn't even have to show himself. I just have my camera out, I'm talking and I'm walking around, so you can see I'm out and about. But he doesn't even do that.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, like I don't know. I haven't watched him long enough to really observe that.
Really?
I mean, I've seen him, I've obviously known of him, but I was never like I never watched him religiously. And so
Yeah, yeah.
I've watched him more now than I ever have. So I'm getting to know his content a little bit better than I had previously known it.
This is what I think. I think at the end of the day, everybody finds out about who everybody else is. I mean, and he'll be exposed at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's just the internet's so crazy. Digital footprint really matters. I mean, not a lot of people think about the fact that we've been at least my generation, we've been posting on social media since we were kids. That's a lot.
Yeah.
A
I
lot
know,
of,
right? Not me, but you, yeah.
yeah, like I had my
We
first
were we were lucky enough to have a microwave oven. Forget about a computer.
right, and a microwave like was always in our house. Like I don't ever remember life without a microwave.
Yeah, but sure, I'm in my 50s. I'm going back to the 70s and the 60s.
Yeah,
We didn't have things like that. Weren't VCRs weren't quite out yet. They're just coming out, and you didn't have any luxuries. It was a bicycle and outside in the nature. That's all we had as kids.
right. And so like I feel like I had a little bit of both in my childhood. Because there was one point where I didn't have any of that, like no computer or anything, but then it obviously
Oh,
changed. And it took me the type of kid that would go outside and be on my bike from dawn till dusk and only come back for lunch and water type of kid to
yeah.
a gamer kind of.
Oh wow. See, I never got into that. That's interesting. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was younger, way younger, we would always just be outside. I just remember being outside a lot.
Yeah, nobody goes outside anymore these days.
Oh no. But yeah, that's
Kids
all.
are in.
That's about what I had to say about the whole situation. I only had a couple of minutes to come up. If you're live in about 30 minutes, I can come back around. I just had to
Okay.
up and say my like little piece about I guess the topic, and I don't think Jake did that. I'm gonna be real. I don't know
Okay.
Poon. I have never talked to Poon, so I don't think that he would cross that line. But you never know with people online. I'm just saying I don't know him 100%. So but I don't think he did it.
All right.
Alrighty, well, thank you so
Good
much.
to
What
know.
are you doing?
Have a good night wherever you are in the world.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Hi, Renee. There she is, Miss America. Do you remember the old Miss America beauty pageants? Do they even still do those anymore? I mean, it seems so inappropriate in this 2020. I know it's like a woke thing. But it kind of does. I mean, times change. When times change, we always look back in horror and think, oh my God, they did blackface back then. You look back in horror, but at the time, you know, who knew? Hey, there's Magda. Even Joey Arias was allowed to sell her artwork online from prison. Yeah, Yeah, especially like some federal prisons too. Oh, that's all right. We're just chilling. You know the usual. A little weed, sitting back, chilling, talking it out, hashing it out, trying to figure out how people think. Yeah, but this is the thing. I know Jake's gonna say, "Oh well, you criticize me for how I run my channel by telling me how to act and behave." Oh my god, he does. He does that. What is that called? That gaslighting bullshit. Such a gaslighter. My god. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out when you're that much of a shitty person. Going that low. I mean, listen, dude. Every time you make fun of Rachel, she just gets more popular. She has way more friends than you do, Jake. Let's be honest. You are seriously jealous. You absolutely have problems with G Mangos, who brings in the views and the subs, and anyone else who's better than you. You got a problem. You have a jealousy issue. Uh oh. But I have been using your info about CJ's heroin addiction as I was in the pharmacy earlier and I almost bought one of those drug tests that basically it's like $40. It's got all of the boxes ticked. Meth, cocaine, all of it. I want to buy it and drive an hour to see CJ and on live get him to do the drug test. Wouldn't that be absolutely awesome? He's about an hour away from me, I think. I think if he's in Providence, he's an hour away from me. Do you ask Jake to chooch with or nothing? I know, Sherry Jackson. And he got angry. He got angry. Who are you to tell me what I should do on my channel? I get it. He's right, but the whole mystery thing was fun at first. Now I just think he's there's a reason. There is a reason. I'm curious. I'm a naturally curious person, and I like to know the reason. Of course, it's none of my business, and he deserves his privacy. He absolutely does. But I'm still curious. I mean, come on, I can't be the only one that's curious. I'm not going to take it any further, so don't anybody worry. I'm not going into anybody's real life, but I am curious. Is that a real accent? Does he have legs? Maybe he's not in New Zealand. Maybe he's in the United States and he's just fooling us with fake accent. We don't know because we have no indication of anything with him. He's like the guy behind the curtain, the Oz guy. Oh no, Fupa Fabulous. She's in the house. Oh well. What do you mean the same thing? The same, and he does it with that whiny voice. It always goes really high pitched. Why do you do it? Why do you do it? Oh, it's awful. It's just so whiny. He's so bothered. He's so bothered with what other people do that have zero association to him, don't involve him in any way, shape. He's bothered. And he starts to make threats to people. Yeah, Jessica. The older picture in cargo pants. I know. I was so sick, but I have a costume that from that picture. I got this little blonde spiky wig, and I got these absolutely enormous googly eyes, and I wanted to be Jake for Halloween. So since I'm feeling well enough, I'm gonna show it to you, and I can be Jake. I'll have to rehearse the accent. Maybe Magda can help me rehearse the accent. I don't know. Something tells me she's so worldly. She's got to know accents. And plus, I think she studied his tribe or something. Does that sound right, Magda? Or was I not listening or too stoned? Like she knows all about his indigenous background. Before she met him, she knew about. I'm not really sure what his indigenous name is, or tribe, whatever it is. I don't know the tribe, so but Magda does. Magda was really into that. And Magda says it sounds like a genuine accent, but who knows? I mean, after Lolly and who else with the fake weird accent? Me. You got a weird accent. Honestly, I this is what I do. Whatever's going on in my life, I always post it. I post it either on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know why. It's just like a thing. Everybody knows what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I've had, what I didn't have, my diagnosis. I post that. I post the medication. It has my name on it. I'm like, I don't shy away. And no one can ever say, show me receipts, because there are receipts, baby. There are receipts everywhere. Put some boss in that voice, you pipsqueak. Do you have? Oh, did somebody win that? That $1 billion, almost $2 billion jackpot. Doesn't that suck? One person is a billionaire overnight. That is mind blown. Maybe he's gonna buy Twitter after Elon Musk's realized what a disaster he got himself into. They're like boycotting it now because he's going to be charging $10 for the little blue check, and what's happening is, anyone can get the blue check if you pay, and so there are clones of every famous person with the check mark, leading you to think that. Sorry, I have to lie down. Leaving you to think that you're really talking to Kim Kardashian because the blue check. No, you can put anybody's name and pay $10. So how long do you think that's gonna last? Already, right? That damn song drove you insane. You think he really is in New Zealand? Okay, I just get tired. But how? How do you think that? Like, what gives you the idea that he's in? What? Because he wouldn't lie? Because it's like nobody knows where anybody is if you think about it. We can say we're anywhere. Abdullah Hagar. The elitists are not happy. What is that? Not long famous people have already left. Oh. Yeah. Jake stream this morning. Guess who was there in the chat? Sending out love to everyone and had a wrench. Who? Who was in the chat sending out love to everyone? That's awesome. Is it somebody we know? Give us a hint. Oh, you shouldn't laugh. It could be her medication. I don't know. Excuse me. Yes. No, kind of New Jersey. New Jersey accent. Chick is Jake. It's hot. G and Ray. And I don't get it. Why does he keep picking on that very ill man? Does he like that? Yeah. Ew. I can't even. Ugh. That man just looks like he smells. You know? Oh, Cindy Lopez. She says we think you're a brown noser. That's what we're saying. You and Duke. But we say that openly. We totally say that openly, Cindy. We don't mean it in a malicious way. Well, maybe a little bit, but no, we don't really. We really don't. Cindy, look at that. Come on up. Come on up, Cindy. Let's hear from you. Here, I'll put the link in. Busted. All right. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. This is why I have to give up the smoke. Oh, the coughing. It hurts the fibromyalgia. Mm. That is really funny, Magda. That is just so funny. No. Cindy Lopez loves everybody. Everybody. Or it could be her medication. I thought that was a better one. Excuse me. I'm just kidding. Or am I? So why be there while Jake is a Yeah, well, you know, it's so weird because I'm not trying to be mean. I feel absolutely horrible for G Mango's. He's not well, and he's been sort of deteriorating with his health. It's like he's becoming very thin. And I think when you go after somebody, when they're in that condition, because when you're in that condition, and yeah, I get it. I think it has a lot. There's some, how do I say? I think his medical issues have struck something in the mental health area when he was starting to repeat the fact that he thought there was an actor in the White House and it wasn't Joe Biden and all that stuff. Um, and I think at this point, when you know the man is not well, you don't lay off, then you're a real problem, Jake. That's a real problem in society. I know. There you go. She loves home base. There you go. Because we all have to take meds in order for us to stay alive. We have to take meds, especially Cindy, especially myself. Not the good meds, not the ones that make you feel woohoo, but some of them alter our thinking. And some of them give us an elevated sense of euphoria or happiness. Yeah. There you go. Yes, you got it. It's the Wigster. People love my license plate, Carlos. I get compliments all the time. People want to know what's Wiggy. I am doing good. Carlos, it's actually nice to see you. You seem to have toned down the bad behavior in the past, and I'm actually enjoying your sense of humor. And I'm absolutely shocked I'm saying it too, because you were such a pain in the ass in the past, but you're different. I like it. Hi, Ryan Bravo. Good to see you. Been ages. How's your hairstyle? I always think of Johnny Bravo when I see Ryan Bravo, and I always think that tidal wave hairstyle and how it must have stood up like that. I mean, you spray your hair with spray I'm muted. Oh, no, I'm okay. All right. Sorry. The pharmacy was calling. You want sushi so badly. Yeah. Cheek is fully aware how I feel about you. Don't need to explain it every time I'm here. Yes, you do. That is your duty to continuously keep us updated. That's your duty as a friend. Right? Am I wrong? You have a can of Aquanet. You don't. Half a can? First of all, dude, what that is doing to your lungs, you always should use pump sprays. Oh my God. And, and you're both, she's has had her surgery, and Magda has one leg. So there should be like that. What is that called when there's like a connection? You all connect to each other because of our illnesses. Well, who else are you going to connect to? Because think about it. Your family are sick of hearing it. I know my family are sick of hearing it. You know, we want someone to feel sorry for us, but we don't want to say we want that. Uh, you know, it's nice to vent to somebody that is going through the same thing so that we can feel each other and be like, yeah. When you're loyal, doesn't mean how to. Absolutely. Now that's a good friend. That's so true. Because a lot of friends will just cut you right off first time you make a mistake. You know? I know. Well, at least a corner of the ozone layer. I mean, oh, you're kidding. Oh my God. Do you know, I didn't think that look with a lot of hairspray was in. Definitely not for women. Right? Because it's a more natural look with hairspray. I mean, with hair now. I don't even know. Oh, the point I was making is that if I put a little hairspray on my side fringe or side bangs, as they call it, in the morning, I'm like an hour later, it's like, why bother? you know. And back in the day, it used to be like a helmet of hairspray. Back in the 80s, you used Gentleman's Republic pomade. Oh. Excuse me. That's really funny. I love it. I wonder if he's still alive and he doesn't want to come. If he wants to come up. Are you coming up? Cindy Lopez, Cindy Lopez. It would have been better if you came up and we all shouted it out, got it all out of our system. Instead, you made up in 5 seconds in the chat. You know. What do you think of Bullhorn Betty? I think she's awesome. Love her. I think, first of all, the name's absolutely fantastic. Bullhorn Betty. I love loudmouth people. They entertain me. And I love Molly Golightly. She is such a character. Tats is a really foul heifer. What? Wait, what just happened? What do you mean? Do we have a hater in our midst? What's happening? No. I know, right? I do too. Listen, I watch them for my own entertainment. I mean, I don't take either one of them seriously. I think they're both ridiculous, but I love that about them. I love that they have the confidence enough to go out and be as ridiculous as possible, make a few bucks, Walk away, go home to your beautiful house and your lovely car. Yeah, I love it. I say she should work it. Both of them. Tats Murray Whitty is. Oh, she turned out to be a rat. I was. Oh. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. See, I don't know everybody's backstory, so I don't know. Oh my God, Ryan. No. She gave me the flick real hardcore when Trump didn't win the election. She stopped talking to me. Didn't want to be my friend anymore. And I've only seen her one other time, and that's when she popped in somewhere as Nurse Ratchet. Popped in the chat somewhere. That was it. Yeah, she gave me the flick. No reasoning whatsoever. Crazy. Real crazy. It was a shock. Oh, we're all in trouble now. We are in trouble. Look who's here.
You called and I answered.
How are you?
It's been a rough couple of weeks, in all honesty, but changing up meds and trying to make everything okay is what's going on. So you know the drill.
Too, huh? You're
I
changing
don't
the
have to.
meds.
You know the drill. They'll change you, and then you have to try, different milligrams, and it's a
Yes.
mess.
And then go through those symptoms, the side effects, until you realize it's not enough, something else, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And in the meantime, you feel like crap.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you've been so unwell.
Oh, thank you. So
I'm
I just
ashamed of
want to say
myself.
that
Sorry, honey?
I just wanted to say that when I'm loyal to somebody, I'm loyal to them. Like, I know Jake doesn't like G doesn't like Jake, but I'm also very loyal to Holly, and G is not a fan of hers. I mean, so if I tried to make sure that I was only in rooms that home base like, that wouldn't be fair to me.
But I think
If I was only in rooms that talked ugly about home base, that wouldn't be fair to me. I go where I want. And the fact that I happened to start typing when he was talking about G. He was talking about G nonstop. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, I was listening. What was I gonna? Oh my God, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. But she was kind of trying to let on that if G found out, because G is, he's got his little clique there, and they would like toss you out of their clique. That's what I was thinking, is what she meant. But I could be wrong.
Well, and if they did, that's fine. I mean, I don't necessarily want to be in their clique, if that makes sense. I mean,
let's talk about Holly while you're here.
But G knows
Yeah.
that I go to Jake's. I've been honest with G about it, and that I care about Jake. And I've been in Jake's, and I've been honest with him that I care about G. So,
how far is he going to go with all this?
It's not like I'm like playing two in the middle, and in G's, I'm shredding Jake, but then I go over to Jake and I shred G's. No, I don't do that.
I mean, Jake is calling Mark's wife's previous employers. He's making these calls to people in their real lives. Like,
I agree.
Are you listening when he's doing that?
I don't listen all the time to be honest. But do I agree with it? No. And I've told Jake so. But
what he turns on you and he starts calling your family members, like he said he's going to do me, I'm next, apparently. And I didn't do anything to him. I still, to this day, have no idea why he's so angry at me.
I don't either, because I loved when he was on panel with you.
I know. I always had fun, right?
You guys cracked me up.
He just turned on me, said that I'm, the last he said was that I was, what was the expression? I was holding him to a different standard and treating him as such.
Gotcha. I don't know why he would say that. I thought that, at least from my perspective, everything seemed cool.
Well, he basically thought I was being hard on him.
Well, and I liked when you and him not always agreed on everything and could
We
banter.
bust each other's chops. I thought we were making fun of each other, right?
Exactly. I thought it was fun.
So did I. I guess
so I don't know where that went wrong. I really enjoyed the two of you together.
But the thing is, the threats, I don't
agree.
understand. Like, what is that all about? And why are you calling it doesn't bother me that you call my daughter a retard. It's just the fact that why would you need to? What did I do that would ever get that type of reaction? Response.
But
and
see,
now, yeah, go ahead.
Like with you, with G, with Holly, with Jake, there are things that each one of you have been there for me for, and the public doesn't know. And that's okay. Like, people are going to go batshit crazy. Oh my God, you went on Witty Widows?
Yeah.
Know it. You know I ain't lying.
Yeah.
But my thing is that not one of those people that potentially are going to come from me, A, has probably lost the love of their life, like you and I have.
Yeah.
And B, still trying to learn to cope without our loves.
Yeah.
And so I will never apologize for the fact that you have helped me so much through that so many times. All I would do is write you and just tell you I can't stand the pain. And you would write me something back about how you understood and what you were going through. So I'm not going to apologize.
Called Joey.
I know.
We have our Joey.
Yeah.
I still put up the Christmas decorations with his name on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And my thing is that you may not like Witty Widow for whatever your reason is, but the dark times and the incredible sadness that I felt in my heart, unless you can literally say that you understand that losing the love of your life.
Yeah.
Not an uncle, not a grandfather. No, don't tell me that. It's different. It's a feeling that is so deep, and there's nothing you can do about it. But
and you're haunted by it because it's years will pass and you're still in the grips of not being able to let go, not being able to move on, not being able to go into a relationship because you got that.
Right.
Nobody's going to be better than Joey. Nobody's going to kiss me better than Joey. The whole thing. He's not like Joey. He doesn't look like Joey. That kind of stuff.
And I just, the fact that I miss my Joey so much every moment of every day that, and people are all, well, Cindy, it's already been 4 years. You should be over him. To me, it's only been 4 years, and I'll never get over that loss.
People are crazy.
Oh,
you never do. Yeah.
No, you don't.
It's very haunting. You don't understand.
Exactly.
When a person is there, next minute they're not. That haunts you. There, let me tell you something. I still look for him when I'm in the car. If I see somebody on a motorcycle or see somebody from the back with gray hair or something, I'm like, "Is he alive?" You know, I am still in denial because I
I
still
still,
think I'm going to see him somewhere.
me too. I
It's hard
still,
to believe. Poof, gone. Right?
the time that he normally came home from work, there are days that I'm expecting him to walk through the door and it's not going to happen. And that's even more of a letdown because then you're like, oh, it really isn't going to happen, is it?
Yeah, but I know he's dead. But why do I keep thinking that still keep thinking I'm going to see him
I,
somewhere. That's not normal, right?
well, for me, it is. So you're asking the wrong girl.
Like I'm like it comes natural. It's not like I don't know how to explain. Like I don't know how to stop it. I'm always looking and I see something. It looks like him. Could he be alive? It's like when you want. Maybe I watched too many movies.
Hmm.
They've killed off a character, but somehow he's still alive, kind of thing.
All right. I agree with you
Yeah.
100%. And if you ever find the answer to how to that doesn't happen anymore, you
I
let me
know. I'll
know.
let you know. I know, right? It's terrible and it's almost embarrassing, especially when I'm with my kids.
People don't
You
get
get
it.
really annoyed.
And
You're gonna do that again, mom. Mom, are you really doing that again? Are
yeah,
you really gonna crash the car looking at some old man walking across the street? Really?
it's
But it looks like
just
Joe. But it looks like Joe. My kids think I'm crazy.
it's just an immeasurable loss and pain. And
Yeah. Yeah.
until you've gone through it, and like with you and with me and our Joeys, you love them so deeply that it just doesn't go away because it's been a year and poof, you're fine. It doesn't happen that way.
No, because out of absolutely nowhere, you'd be having a good day, and all of a sudden, you just burst into tears because it almost feels like it just happened, and it comes out of nowhere.
Well, Tuesday is my son's birthday,
Excuse me.
and David's like, I don't want this weekend to end because I don't want Tuesday to come. It's a reminder his daddy's not here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just miss him. And that sounds so trivial, but it's not.
No, you're
It
never the same. You're never the
nope,
same.
nope. I agree with you. But going back to what we were talking about, that is why, like, I've had personal things, like, I'll never share with anybody the things that you have helped me through because it's not their business. But
Do you
you
know? I
know,
don't remember any of this. I'm not trying to be
somehow,
mean.
some way, somehow, somebody is going to say, Cindy Lopez was on Witty Widows. What a
Oh,
bitch.
that, yes, because you got in big trouble last time you were on my panel.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Yeah, there
And
was
I
like
don't care.
fighting for 2 or 3 days. And we're going back a long time ago, but
Yeah,
I remember it.
it was, I mean, it was ugly. And to this day, it's still brought up to me. Well, see, I'm still angry because you are friends with Witty Widow. I'm like, you don't know our relationship. You would never understand our relationship, nor do I need to explain it to you.
Yikes.
And that's just it. But like with G, like with Jake, like with Holly, everybody has been there and done something special for me or with me. And so that's why I don't walk away.
And I agree with that, Loyalty, because as much as I never got along with G Mangos, at the end of the day, he brings in the crowds. I said that earlier. And he brings
Mhm.
this community together, whether we like it or not. And
Right.
that means something to him. And it means something to the people that come in there into that shot. So why does
100%.
Jake have to walk in and shit all over that?
I don't know. I don't know. I wish he wouldn't. And I wish he didn't. Um, I don't know what their initial problem is. Well, I kind of do. That's a lie. That would be a lie to say I don't know.
Really? You
I know
do?
in real life on Jake. I mean,
What?
Jake went real life on G.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I've
Yeah.
told Jake
And
how I
recorded it.
feel about it.
And recorded it and then played it. Oh my God. I thought I
See,
was
I
bad with the
didn't know
Norman
that.
tapes.
I didn't even know that. But like I said, you know, different people have been there for me through different things, and good or bad, like me or hate me. When I tell you I'm loyal to you, I mean I am loyal to you.
Okay. She wasn't talking to me. She was just saying in general.
In
Just in
general,
general. I'm just opening a little thing of Mike and Ike's. Do you like
I love
Mike and
Mike and
Ike's?
Ike's. I love Mike and Ike's.
Ugh.
Mike and Ike's and hot tamales.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
come in the same box, so a lot of times you see them, you know, near each other at the candies counter or whatever. I love both of those. But we grew
Speaking
up
of
on them.
tamales, speaking of tamales, the
Yeah.
fight, the fight
What
with
fight?
Stewie,
You and who? Me and Stewie?
Stewie and Poon.
Oh, I what was that today?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed on Jake's.
Mm-hmm.
See, because I don't want to hear a lot of it, like I'll dip out. And damn it, I missed it. I'll have to go if he hasn't scrubbed it. I'll go back and listen. But
Excuse me.
no. So what happened with Stewie?
Wow. God loves Stewie too, but the two of them are going low because Jake goes low.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Jake Poon. Poon was going low, but the kids. I'm getting the two of them confused. Poon said something about his kids, and so
Aw.
Stewie threw it back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's not ugly, huh?
Yeah. It did, but I think he's got some sort of nervous condition. Poon. Oh, excuse me, my goodness. No, what do you call it? Not bipolar. He's just so easily stirred up. I don't know.
That who stirs it up?
He gets stirred up real easily, doesn't he?
Jake?
Yeah, people love
Yeah.
G. Nobody loves Jake. See, that's the thing, and I said that earlier. I was like, there's a little bit of jealousy in him because again,
But there are people that are in Jake's that are very loyal to him. I mean, loyal to a fault,
yeah, until he
almost.
turns on them because he always does.
So there are people that are very loyal to Jake. Like I said, it's a personal thing. If I'm this adamant about somebody, that's just it. You know, like I'll always be there for certain people. I mean, if you called me tomorrow and say, I can't handle it, I am absolutely going to lose my mind, and you're crying and everything, you know I would be there for you. You know I would not hang up the phone on you and say, well, you know what,
That's
we
sweet.
didn't get along during this or whatever, so call somebody else. I would never in a million years do that to you.
Well, I wouldn't do it to you either. I mean, of course not.
Right. Oh, I agree.
There's not,
It's,
who would. I can't think of anybody I hate so much that I would turn them away in their hour of need, unless they're e-begging. You get my point.
yeah.
I just hate G and go there because they want to talk mean about G. What? Really? No, seriously? Who does? Who just hates G? On Jake's?
I guess. I don't know.
Excuse me. And then he started spreading a story that was about Mrs. T. How
Jake?
he was, that he was talking privately to her. Excuse me, my goodness, I got some gas.
I cannot.
It's from the weed. Yeah, intimate conversation with Mrs. T.
What?
Yes, absolutely.
He had that with her?
Yes, he said
I
that
mean, for real? For real?
she left him. That's what he said. For real, but he said it live on the live stream. And that they had long conversations, and
My goodness.
they got naughty. That's what he said. I mean, whether it's true or not, but it's just like, what's it all about?
Don't know.
Like,
And I
why
really
is
wish,
he's involved?
I don't know, but I really wish whatever is the deal that he would come back over to your channel and, talk and have a good time. I mean, my
Yeah.
gosh, you and I know this as well, sadly, is that people have gone real life on us. And when they have, they've done it hard and bad.
Yeah, well, Miss Mary Sunshine thinks I go real life on people to be cruel or mean or to get revenge when she doesn't realize the reasons. Like the Quinn situation. And Kim was on my panel to discuss the Quinn situation. But you keep saying the same thing. You come in here and it's like, all right. Whatever I've done, at least I learned my lesson and I've changed. So I've chilled out. I've absolutely chilled out. It's all the sadness and all the death around me. It's just, it can go at any moment.
Well, yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, Mary's gone. It's so weird.
I still can't believe that. Can I ask you a question about that, by the way?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
This may be touchy. If you don't want to talk about it, just say that and I won't get upset. But why did Matt release what he did?
Oh,
with Mary?
I don't know.
That was spooky to me.
No, obviously you do, Mary, because you keep saying the same thing. That's your opinion and your perspective, but it's not mine. I don't go out of my way to harm people or ever harass people. I have never been a person to harass somebody. Relentless, sort of like what you're doing. Never. Because I behave myself. If I don't like somebody, I just move on. It's the truth. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Kat. Well, I actually had to interrupt. So go ahead.
No,
this person is relentless.
She's just, I wouldn't give her more than 2 words.
Excuse me.
But I just thought that was creepy because I can't imagine doing that with a video of Joey.
No, I didn't think it was creepy at all. At first I thought, is she alive? Is this a joke? But then I knew it was Matt. But this is the thing. Like I said previously on other panels, Mary would love this. This is totally in Mary's scope of how she would love her afterlife to be. Her Matt posting videos. Yeah. She would love it, the horror. Oh my God. Don't you think? She had a great sense of humor.
When you put it that way, yeah.
We also don't understand. We all grieve differently. I know we've heard that before. And whether he could be on the spectrum or whatever he is, we don't know how I posted videos when my husband was dying. That's how I was grieving to begin with. And then continued to post those pictures, and that's how I handled it. Then I came on here and drank myself silly.
I agree. And I'm just not. But you're right. Everybody agrees differently. It's not fair to question it. I just was shocked.
I would have been shocked if it was anybody else.
But see, I don't know that.
Because Mary would just love it. Mary was the ultimate troll. She had hundreds of troll accounts. She is loving it. Think about it. She carries on. She's not going to be gone from our memories anytime soon. And I love it. Let him do it. Let's enjoy it. True. Is it the weed? Do you think that's real or is that the weed? It might be a little of both.
No, that makes sense. It makes sense.
It does. It does make sense. And I really did care about. I really loved her.
That's how I agree. I could see Mary laughing.
Yeah, and she had such great potential. It's such a shame. Oh. She could have been a stand-up comedian. She was really funny.
Yeah, she was. I don't think and I could be wrong, but I don't think she realized how much people really did love her and enjoy her. I just don't think she understood how much really people
she did
cared.
And I'll tell you what happened before she passed away. Remember, her and I were fighting over something stupid. It was so ridiculous. And one day she called when I was in Missouri. I think I was visiting Missouri. Was it Missouri? Yeah. And we spoke on the phone for 2 hours.
Wow.
Squashed the beef. And I said, listen, I always thought you were funny. I loved all her videos when we were fighting. I loved her videos. They were funny. And I really liked her. So I find out after she passes away, multiple people came forward and said, yeah, I made up with her. Like nobody knew all the people that she made up with. It was almost like not so much she knew, but there was some sort of energy making her do that before she passed.
Wow.
What do you think?
I didn't notice that.
You know who her enemies are. I'm not going to say their names, but they all told me that they'd made their peace before she passed away. It was pretty amazing, huh?
Inside of her, there may be something that she knew.
I know.
Just without knowing, you know what I mean?
Yes, and literally, I think it was 2 days or 3 days before she passed away, there was the DM between me, Uni, and Mary. And Uni was, apologizing and trying to, make everything, trying to get in the good graces there. And we were saying really lovely things, and we just were hoping she read it. And we did notice Twitter, said it was read. It was just a few days before she died. So when Uni called me up crying when she passed away, it's like, just remember, she read everything you wrote. She read it all.
That's amazing.
I know. And
That's
then Eunice
amazing.
was starting to feel better because she was like, I didn't get a chance to talk to her. I tried to call her. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
why, and I'm sure you've done a little bit this potentially yourself, but that's why I tell people, if you have something to say, good or bad, whatever it is, and you feel you need to say it to the person, say it.
Yeah, she got right off the stream and died.
Yeah. Just
We
like
had questions.
I checked on Joey at midnight. He was fine. Well, not fine. He wasn't feeling well, but talking everything, and 2.5 hours later, I checked on him and he was gone.
It's crazy.
It is.
I did a video, and the video was on my channel of me talking to my husband, going, taking Monday off. Well, he couldn't take Monday off because he went into a coma, and that was it. He was gone. Never saw him again. So it's so weird. And I took that video before he died. It seemed perfectly normal, perfectly fine,
Yeah.
But one little blood clot, and that's it.
Yeah. And you never know.
Meg just making us laugh. My eyes are bugging out right now because she's on the computer 24/7. Both Magda and I work. Her and I text throughout the day.
Oh, I know you do. You guys crack me up.
And Renee.
Especially
I love
when
talking to Renee.
when you're in a room together on the side chat and you guys are like playing off each other.
She's so dry, Magda. So dry. Yeah. She is the young Frankenstein character, the Frau Blucher, is that what it is, Magda? That's what we think she's like.
Oh, really?
Walking around with the candlestick, knowing everybody's business. Yeah.
Well, and just like with Magda, I don't want to go without mentioning her, is that
she has one leg.
I have poured my heart out to her about what was going on, and she was very kind to me. Very kind. So you will never, ever see where I've said anything ugly about Magda. Ever. Ever.
Come on. You weren't thinking that before you said something in the chat, though, were you? Come on now.
No, I don't have the chat up.
No, you were mad. You were mad. Come on.
No, I don't have the chat up.
When you came in the chat before you went into the panel, you came on the panel, you came in. Because we were poking fun of you.
Oh, yeah.
You were mad. Come on.
I wasn't mad, but I was like, I will explain myself.
This is what we do. We just bust chops, and we don't mean anything by it,
Yeah.
Oh, Magda. You talk crazy smack about Magda all the time. She might cast a spell on you, and be careful.
Oh, geez. Melton John. Oh, he's supposed to be coming to Albuquerque real soon. And I told him, make sure you stop.
Is he threatening you?
No, in a roundabout way. Stop. Call me. I'll buy you lunch.
No. He's schizophrenic. I'd be really careful with that. He has a tendency of being violent.
And we'll meet you for lunch. Now, wait.
No. You will not meet him. I will not let you.
I'm not done with my story of what I want to happen. So I'm taking my boys with me, and we'll sit down. And the first thing I'm going to do is look. Melton directly in the face and
No
say,
way.
please explain to both of my boys why you think it's okay when you refer to me, you call me a spick. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
he says the N word too. This is the thing. Never meet him. Like I said, listen to me carefully. He has displayed this on live. He has this tendency for violence. The moment he saw, what's her name? Abby? He
Mm-hmm.
physically lunged at her and attacked her, and the police had to come.
Get your ball. Really? Get
Yeah.
your ball.
It's not the first time he has been aggressive. You have to be careful with schizophrenia. I always tell people how concerned I am about people with schizophrenia because, they have tendencies to become violent, especially the ones that hear voices, and you never know. You never know. And that's why don't invite him. Don't let him know anything about you. He has made threats to the girl in Florida. Jasmine.
Jasmine Star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that
wanted
was
to
scary
kill
when
her.
her.
I would, because of his diagnosis, I would take those threats very seriously. Anyone else, no. This guy, absolutely. Because of schizophrenia, will get the job done. Because they have an obsession. But it has never hid the fact that he does really have a serious. Yeah, of course. Cindy, he also. Oh, he did. Did he?
Did he
Jack
just?
Hazel? He called her a spick as well? Ugh, just gonna ignore him. Do you know, did I tell you the story when I was a kid? They used to call me Spick, and I had no idea what that was. I always thought it meant I was clean. Until I
Really?
grew up, I was like in my 20s, and then
Like
I was
spick
like,
and
oh,
span?
is that what that means?
Oh my God, Linda.
I know. I gotta
See, I
show you a
grew up.
baby picture. I
I
look like a Puerto Rican.
well, I grew up in New Mexico, so I knew what it was.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, you know,
You know, he.
who doesn't now? I didn't when I was a kid.
I love that you thought it was clean.
Yeah, the kids on
I
the
can't
bus used to
tell
call
you,
me
but
that, and I was like, "What is?" I never even asked because I didn't think it was important enough. It was weird.
she thought she was spick and span.
Yeah, but I looked totally. I looked Puerto Rican. I had that look when I was younger. I was always tan, always
Mm-hmm.
out in the sun. I was rail thin and had these enormous lips that didn't quite fit yet with my body. So yeah, I looked like a little Hispanic girl.
Wow. That no, I didn't. I'll have to tell you. Um, I'll DM you. Um,
Thank you.
I, I, um, I did a 23 and 1 or 23andMe or whatever it's called because I wanted to see what what I'm made of because I was adopted. Well,
Oh.
it also gives you people that potentially you could be related to.
Oh,
And,
like a DNA kit, right?
and people message me and say, I think you're this. And I'm like, just so you know, I'm adopted. I'm probably not. And they're like, I actually ended up finding my natural father's family.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So what is your nationality then?
Hispanic.
100%?
Well, I don't know what my natural mother was, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Wow.
I'll have to tell you about that. It was a trip. It still is. But anyway, so I just want to explain why I am the way I am. Um, like I said, I don't bash
It's the
G.
drugs. Just what we want to hear.
I don't bash Holly. I don't bash
It's the
you. I don't bash
drugs.
Magda. I don't. You're not going to see me doing that.
What is going on with Holly?
I don't know because I don't really hear much from her. So I don't know what's going on, like, at all.
Maybe she has a boyfriend.
That could be, and her time is being occupied.
Yeah.
That would be lovely if that was true.
Yeah.
To have
Everybody deserves happiness.
yeah,
Even Holly.
yeah, even Holly. Oh God. To have a bud to be with and hang out with and whatever else with, yeah.
You have to like that kind of thing. I'm really very much enjoying being alone right now.
I can't imagine not being alone.
I mean, right? You get home, everything's in the exact same place.
Yep.
Never a mess. Oh my God, I could fart all over the house if I want to fart all over. I mean, just alone. You get my point, right? It's like alone is so nice. It's cozy. I love it. I think I'm ruined now. I don't want to let anybody in the house and put their shoes everywhere and
right.
live in my space. I can't.
Right. You're preaching to the choir, sister.
I know, right?
Preaching
It's so
choir.
weird. This 2 years ago, I was like, oh, I have to get married because, I can't be alone. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even be that person right now.
No.
Who was that?
I don't know, but it's like, keep stepping because, yeah, no.
I know. I love my own space.
Oh my gosh. I've had friends who have said, look, because you won't say good things about yourself, let me do a profile on a dating website for you. No. Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Friends have said that because everybody's like, because in January it'll be 5 years.
I gotta say, I am so very convinced that all the people in those dating websites are just a bunch of liars. It's like crazy the shit they put in their profiles.
Yep.
All lies. All lies. They're always 2 inches taller than they really are. Let's just start off on the wrong foot here. Maybe they take off a year or two. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Start off with their lying. It's just so cagey, It's so cagey. You just don't know somebody's personality.
Exactly. And once you meet them, and let's say you kind of start to like them, you've gone out a couple times, then when is it that they're going to tell you, oh, by the way, I lied about ABC?
Yeah, I know.
And you're like, and you're just telling me now. So, yeah.
Yeah. I just, if I need a date, I just belong to everything, all the memberships. I just belong to everything. Go to all the events. It's not that hard to meet anybody. It's just that I want to travel. I want to travel across the country. So many places I want to see.
I know. You got to come to New Mexico. Because that way you're down far enough, you can go from me right over across the border to Arizona and go visit my buddy.
Who's your buddy? No, Nick. That is so scary. He shot his own hand.
I haven't verbally said his name in so long it didn't come out at all.
You don't want to summons him like Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times.
Exactly. Don't say it again. Because
Oh, Trisha goes, I fart. I just look at the husband and tell him you're full of allure. It's Vince. I can't fart in front of people. I will hold it in, go in the bathroom.
Yeah, me too. Totally. All right, girl. I'm going to jump down. I know you're going to understand this, and it's very frustrating. I get tired more easily than I want to admit, or I just get so damn tired.
I'm propped
So,
up with a pillow. I get it.
and, and I'm just hoping, in the next 2 weeks, they said we should have the meds right and the dosages right. And I'm like, and in the meantime,
Keep kissing ass.
I'm too old to pucker. I just too old to pucker.
They're just busting on you.
They would end up getting wet willy because I'm too tired to pucker.
Well,
All
thank you
right.
for coming up and talking. It was a lot of fun.
Of course, and like I said, I'll DM you about the family. And I have to send you a picture of one of my natural sisters. Honest to goodness, if you did not know me, I could
Yeah.
show you that picture and say, "Oh, this was me." In
Oh,
19.
big resemblance.
Like, it's freaky how much we look alike.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll be excited to show you that.
I can't wait to hear the story, the background story.
It's crazy. Anyway, there's my truth. That's how
All
it
right,
is.
we let you off.
All right. Everybody have a good weekend and peace out.
Hook.
Love
Love you.
Girl.
Bye.
Love you.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. You doubt Trump is even radical enough for him. Oh, who's him? What's his name? What's his name? Something Warrior, that dude? Or Neck. Yeah, men have no problem with farting. Men have no problem with bad manners, but what are you gonna do? They're all like that. Unless you seem to, crack the code and hook up with a gay man, it's just not. They're always gonna do the exact opposite of what you want them to do. Come on, give in. Somebody said earlier, men are not all imbeciles. You think they are, and they're portrayed like that on TV. And realistically, the woman is, she rules the roost. The man have one job: to get out the garbage, which you of course have to nag them to death to do it. I mean, my God. Excuse me. It's your Lauren. You are gorgeous for a reason. I can't with it. Oh my God. Okay, where is it? There we go. My spouse has no problem farting in front of me. I don't make it a big deal, but I fart. She says something. We all farted that night. We were so drunk and stoned. We were like a what do you call it? Quartet with our farts. But those are beer farts and they don't smell. This is wind. Oh my God. Oh my God. Renee doesn't fart. Why am I not surprised? Excuse me. She looks like a little angel. You're nice. Cute as a button. She looks delicate. She's got a very beautiful feminine voice. Didn't I pee my pants from laughing? Yes. What were we laughing at? My God. Oh, such a shame we didn't video it. We were so wrecked. We probably weren't even funny. But we were absolutely wrecked. I have absolutely no idea how we got up those stairs back to the balcony. I remember leaving the bar, yes. Excuse me. Pardon me. But I don't remember how we got up those stairs. Oh, we were funny. So you do remember? Okay. At the time, I know we were funny. We were really funny. Yeah. Oh my God, that's right. Because, yes, the one liners coming from this spouse. She had the best one liners. And they were so, erratically spaced out. It was absolutely fantastic. Which made it just even more funnier, the comedic timing of it. It's so funny. And the cheeky little smile, right? Snoop, noop, snoop, snoop. The side eye, cheeky smile that she does. She does. That's her signature look. I love it. You were saying I don't bike my heavy to take out the garbage. Oh, yeah. I got to be honest. My last husband was very good about it because he couldn't stand it. He was a little OCD. He was. Anything else, forget it. Excuse me. Pardon me again. It's the weed. If I just ask for, put a, hammer or nail, something into the wall for a picture or something like that, because I have vertigo, so getting the arms up at the same time lead me to pass out sometimes. So I'd be asking him for months. In the end, I'd have to hire somebody. And he was the general contractor. I'd have to sneak so he wouldn't find out. He would kill me. But you know what they say? The cobbler's children don't have shoes. You know what I mean? No, but the best part about that is, Snoopy Snoop, is the equestrian lifestyle they both had. Was he going to be a jockey or something? I know. Oh my God. Yeah. We did not feel any pain that night. And I'll tell you something. I was at my heaviest, so I wasn't really used to walking a lot because I was just recovering from surgery and trying to get the steroids out of me. So they saw me at my heaviest, and wasn't feeling my best. It was hard to walk a lot, but we had so much fun. We laughed so much. We went to Dollywood, and we walked and walked and walked and walked, and none of us died. And then what did we do after that? We got stoned. What's that song? The Got High song. We went back to the hotel and got high. Oh, he was too afraid? I had no idea. I thought wait a minute, I thought he was all into horses. So was Catherine. Oh, sorry, your spouse. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, he was afraid of what? I'm confused. I thought he was a jockey. Or a horse trainer or something. Am I even close? Oh my God, I know. Oh my God, the four of us, forget it. It's all over. We have to keep the camera on. Oh, the laughter. Oh, he loved to train them. Okay, got you. You know what? I opened the Mike and Ike's, and I accidentally got the sour mix. Oh my goodness. It's so sour. What was your favorite part about Dollywood? Well, we went during the Halloween lights and the Halloween decorations. So that was pretty spectacular. And there were all these people walking around in these Lolita costumes, I suppose you call it. Is that right, Snoop Snoop? That was interesting. It was better years ago, but obviously it was still during the pandemic, so you could see there was limited staff and not as many people. So it's changed a bit. And that's that. I love Dollywood. Oh, I will say I do love her museum, and you go in and you see all her outfits, and then you look at her tour bus. I do like that one. You know, hi Brandon. Brandon the bad bear. We're just chilling, having a little weed. Trying to get better. Oh, I'd give anything for this not to be sour candy right now. I was really dying for those Mike and Ike's. I was so looking forward to that. Now in my condition, I'm in for the night. There's no way. You know, I watch movies where people like function after smoking weed. I haven't reached that level yet. You know what I mean? Like I could never drive. I know some people are good drivers. I'm not functional at all. Maybe it's because I just smoked too much of it at one sitting. I don't know. I don't have any um what is it, level of not a level of awareness. What is it like when you don't know any difference, you know? I don't, you know. Mhm. And it always seems like, when I go back in time and I think about the Cheech and Chong movies, I don't know what kind of weed they were smoking, but they were having way too much fun. Like way too much fun. And they'd be driving. Stoned. Excuse me. I'm just doing the grinder, so that's what that noise is. I'm not building a shed. Just grinding out the weed. So I have, okay, a little something to help me sleep tonight. Oh, get up tomorrow, start all over again on Sunday. Another boring day. All right. You make it to see Dolly Parton? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That is... Wow. I forgot about that. Oh, you're making cookies? Oh, go for a cookie right now. Instead, I've got Mike and Ike sour mix. What an idiot I am. I don't know what I was thinking. This is not a replacement for dessert. This is a struggle. What I wouldn't give right now for a chocolate chip cookie. Oh, actually, any kind of cookie. It is so weird when I stopped seeing dinner. I looked at the little packets of cookies, right? And I was like, nah, if I get a packet cookie, I'll eat the whole thing after I smoke weed. So now I'm kicking myself. Oh, oatmeal cookies, yummy. Mm-hmm. Oh, should I take that off the screen now? Wait. Hold on. Oh. Yay. You need more coffee? You had a pot today. I think you need a coffee soon. It's so weird. If I drink coffee in the morning, I literally, like, it just curbs my appetite. I don't really have much of an appetite, but I just like forget it. Sometimes I will even forget to eat dinner. I mean, caffeine really is killer on the appetite. So I don't know. I don't know how you do it. You know, it's so funny you said that because what was I thinking about the other day? Coffee. Um, oof, I had a great invention, but I can't remember what it is. It had something to do with coffee, though. I can't remember what I was thinking. That would be good for coffee, and somebody said it was a terrible idea. I don't remember. Could have been in a dream. Really? Does this give you diarrhea? I mean, that's a lot of coffee. It has a really bad side effect. Makes you incredibly jittery. Start to sweat. Heart race. You know, you can die from too much coffee, honey. Then there's the crazy people like my dad who literally have like 3 cups of coffee, you know, at 11 o'clock at night, and as soon as he puts his head down, goes right to sleep. Like, it has no effect on him. One time, when I was a kid, I wasn't really a kid. I was in my teens. This is really awful. I dropped a sleeping tablet, like over the counter one, in my dad's coffee at night to see what would happen. I honestly don't remember the results. I was bad. I told him I did it. When the house gets clean, okay, got you. If it has no effect on you at all, why do you drink it? I like the warmth in the morning of a hot drink. I don't particularly like the taste of coffee, but I do drink it. Because you love the taste. Okay. Got you. I know. Mm-hmm. I do love beer, but I don't see how, I never understood how people can drink a whole 6-pack. I mean, it's like how thirsty can you be? Because it's like, it fills your stomach up no matter what you drink, whether it's gallons of water. It's like, how do you keep drinking beer like that? You know, college students or whatever. It's crazy. Or grown-ass adults at a party or a stream house. I was told we did. I'm supposed to be in Florida right now. Right this very second. I'm supposed to rest. It's so weird because my rheumatologist says, keep the body moving, keep going, keep the body moving. And the other one says, you gotta rest. Oh my God, Magda. Can I just say, the doctor was so cute. So I sent the info to Magda. She thinks he's cute too. It's possible he could be single. It was our judge-free zone. Did you forget that? We vowed. We made that vow. Judge-free. I don't care. Excuse me. I love the space you created. When I go there, It feels welcoming. I love what you did with your space. You know, it's got the good zen, the natural energy flow. The gazebo is absolutely stunning. I could sit in there forever. You know, you just created the ultimate place anyone would want to be. There are less fighting now for this dream house participants. Oh my god. It just went into a disaster, didn't it? Now Lisa Linlin has got, the virus. I mean, who's left? You know? I'm like, need a different group of people. Oh no. Keep forgetting about that. Every year. Is hurricane season over now? Or is it closer to December? That's a lot of months to live under threat. I like to live in a place that doesn't have wildfires or earthquakes or alligators. I'm a chicken. I'm afraid of bears. I won't even go to the other house. Haven't been there in ages. Now that I know, the bear is casing the joint. I'm afraid to go there by myself. I don't want to be the one to shoot a bear. But I'm so skittish with shit like that. I just don't know. Excuse me. I know. I know. I'm not ready. I'm not ready, Renee. My flatline. Sorry, I was just having a little coughing fit. This is half from the weed and half from the Mike and Ike's Mega Mix Sour. Oh, it's actually painful. Oh, it's so sour. All right. I guess I should call a night. I know it's early, but I'm feeling tired. Thank you for coming, keeping me company. I appreciate it. Sorry everybody else was live when I was live. Have a good night. Love you.